So I was talking to one of our college guys. We're talking about cutting down Ks. And I know a lot of people want to talk about cutting down Ks. Let me give you something, though, that I think is a very fundamental difference. And one of the things I really talk about with a lot of Ks, and a lot of teams lead their teams astray because they don't understand this one simple principle that might be really big for you. Okay, so one of the biggest things about striking out is we always think about we got to be better with 2 strikes, right? If we're better with 2 strikes, we'll strike out less. Yes, but how do we prevent ourselves from getting into strike counts more often? A lot of times I see a lot of teams, they start focusing on just 2 strikes. Okay, hey, I got to be able to, put these balls in play, yada, yada, yada. Okay, great. There's nothing wrong with that. But let me ask you this. If I have one team that was in 2 strike counts, let's say 50 times in the last couple games, yada, yada, yada. Okay, but then I had another team that was in 2 strike counts only 10 times in the last couple games. If you're in it 50 different times and you got out of it, let's say 30 times, right? You did 30 times, you guys caught a barrel, you put it in play, yada, yada, yada. Then the other team, they were only in it 10 times, but all 10 times they struck out. Now, you got the one team that probably struck out 20 times, the other team that struck out 10 times, and then you go, well, we got to get better at when we have 2 strike counts. Or we got to get better at not getting in 2 strike counts in the first place. A lot of teams are getting in 2 strike counts because they're fouling off balls they should be squaring up. They're getting 2 strike counts because maybe they're also taking strike 1 and there's a time and a place to do all those things. But I'm just saying also too, you got to look at your total strategy, your total offensive strategy of why you're in those places more often. So how do I do this? I can go and look, how often are we in 2 strike counts? And then how often, right, are we converting those counts comparatively rather than just looking at how much we're striking out? Because again, a lot of times you start working on, okay, what am I going to do when I get to 2 strikes, which isn't, yes, you need to work on that. But at the same time, a lot of times you guys might be taking swings or your approaches early in the count are causing you to get in those counts more often. And that's something that I see happen far more often is guys go, oh man, I got to cut down my Ks. And I'm like, yeah, but you're also falling off a whole bunch of pitches that you normally square up. And again, those are singles and doubles and all those other things, right? So something for you guys to think about.